Hi guys, I'm weather analyst Andrew Fleck, just doing a nightly edition for a weather outlook for analysiswx.com. I know I sound a little sick. I've been sick for actually the past week, so I've not been able to do any videos on the US Outlooks page, so my apologies to that. But you really can't do much when you're sick, so sorry about that. But yes, I know I sound a little clogged up, so feel free to make fun of me. I really would appreciate it if you do. So tonight we're going to talk about a few weather points tonight, and that being the eastern winter storm and a short wave to bring a band into Texas and even Louisiana. I did not put that in here, but a possible band into Louisiana of some wintry precipitation. Now, I decided to go more and just say Texas because of it being very close temperature-wise in Louisiana, but of course at the end of the video I'll hint more on that. So looking at the imagery here on the radar, you mainly have your bulk of precip across the eastern to mid sections of the United States. Of course, you have your snow across this region here. Of course, probably in this area, that's where we're going to have your snow. And then, of course, your rain in here. That's going to continue to move to the east, too. Now, I know there are higher elevational areas across North Carolina and Virginia, so you can get snow in there. So I'm not saying that this is all rain, okay, but there will be some mountainous areas and higher elevational areas that do indeed get that snow that's falling. I believe actually we do have a viewer on analysiswx.com who did report snow across that area, so it is snowing there, but of course it's going to have to be in a higher elevation. But looking at the overview, though, we have one low pressure here, another low pressure here. These guys are going to boot off to the east. They're going to bring that snow with them and across the mid-Atlantic and northeast, and the majority of it being rain across the southeast, with the exception of that higher elevational snow and sleet. Now, the big issue here, and I think a lot of people go and they look at the blue and they say, wow, that's a lot of snow falling across that region there. How can you guys go and be talking about an inch or 2 inches of snow? Well, is anybody familiar with the saying, looks are deceiving? Well, that's for one. This radar is a little bit deceiving on its part. Some of that snow is not falling. About 25% of this radar in the blue is about Virga. It's not falling, but that other 75% is about right and on schedule. But you do even have some dry bits in that snow, so it's going to be very hard to get actually a pure blanket of snow coming through for a few good hours. Like I said, I mean, it's going to be very hard to have accumulations go extremely and perfectly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inches of snow at a time. It's going to be very hard just given the drier pockets and just given some of that Virga and such. So it might not be as playful as it looks on radar, is pretty much what I'm saying. Next but not least, we're going to be talking about the accumulations that we expect across the northeast mid-Atlantic. Pretty much like I said, guys, we have one low that's going to spread across here, and that's going to be this low pressure right here. Okay, and that's the one that's going to be bringing more of this batch of snow across, that 1 to 3. And like I said earlier, you know, that higher elevational areas being closer to the upper atmosphere, seeing that snow falling and heavier. So that's why you have a bit of 3 to 6 in there across the West Virginia Mountains, PA Mountains, and then of course in the valleys and more of a widespread setup in here. You can be talking about just 1 to 3, and I think that's a pretty good hit of what it is probably going to turn out to be. Some areas might not even get any accumulation out of that, but I think right now at an average mean 1 to 3 inches seems about your best bet right now. Now, I want you guys, as I go into the next imagery, to keep in mind about this system right up here, because that's a system that's going to bring a lot more snow, and I mean a lot more snow. So just keep your best bet on this low pressure up here across the northern northeast. Now, on the next imagery, we're going to go down a bit to the Texas side, the southern side, around Texas, Louisiana area. And this is because around your New Year's Eve day into the evening, we're going to be talking about a little shortwave that comes through here, and that's going to continue to scatter to the southeast. And there does bring potential that this could be a snow sleet type of band. Is this going to be a big band? No, not at all. Does it have the the equation or the amount to bring snow of 3 to 6 inches into an area? No, not even 1 to 3. But what it does have to bring is a dusting, some flakes, some sleet pelts. That's what it can bring. And if you're in Texas, across the southern states, on New Year's Eve, you'll take whatever you'll get. I mean, I'm pretty much taking a good old bet that you guys will be taking whatever you can get across that region by tomorrow. So what we do talk about, though, is, you know, we do have this cutout here, and he's just gonna, like I said, continue to scatter to the southeast here, and he does follow a jet, and this jet is pretty strong. And the problem for Louisiana is going to be that that jet is going to start swiftly moving the shortwave into itself, embedding itself, and kind of missing out on Louisiana and giving them just plain rain, or just missing out on precip totally. Okay, and this is why I'm going to show you why. Because what happens is we go from one imagery here, you have it being singular, okay, then it moves to the southeast again, and then it starts to connect with energy around Texas and around Mexico and the Gulf here, and then what happens is it actually connects itself, as you can kind of see here with the millibars, into the jet and starts swiftly moving out. And the problem with this is, back in this imagery here, you actually have your colder, okay, millibar and thicknesses below here, and you have your precip up around this area here, and that is about snow, and that is about some sleet. But the problem is, once that starts connecting back into the jet stream, that's when things start to heat up a little bit, and then anything past here, it starts to become just all rain. So it's going to be a really hard call. It's going to be one of those nowcasts once the band exactly gets into Texas. I think that's when you're going to kind of know if it does occur or doesn't occur. But like I said, I mean, you'll be happy if you get a flake, a pellet, just seeing something out there. But I mean, it's just one of those cool things to be a part of and really watch and see what happens. But around eastern Texas, Louisiana, I would be more interested on just nowcasting that rather than forecasting that. And then what then happens is you have the first wave, like I talked about, across northeastern region. Yeah, that's your first wave. What's then going to happen is you're going to get this whole bunch of energy and precip bundled up, going to swiftly move with the jet across the Gulf here, and then that's going to connect up with the first low pressure across the northeast. The second one's going to then hit it. They're going to charge together, and you're going to get a major accumulation up across the upper northeast, and that's where you're going to be seeing your 6 to 12 and 12 plus inches of snow. So that's about a wrap for your pre-day New Year's Eve day storm. Talking about a few issues, like I said, and I'll be trying just to get a video in for your New Year's Eve morning before I have to go on to my own business of work and such for New Year's Eve. So that's about a wrap tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I look forward to doing a few more with you guys by tomorrow. And as for that, if I don't talk to you guys, I hope you have a good New Year's and bring in the year a good year. So that's about a wrap. Weather analyst Andrew Fleck, and like I said, guys, have a nice Wednesday, and I'll hear from you and talk to you guys on Thursday.